Starting. Hey there, Vanagon addicts. It's Ken Wolford here at Vanagon. Hope you guys are having a great Friday, the 19th of 2018 of January. And we are here to hang out with you folks and just say hi. Hope you're having a great week. We had some weather, but it's doing a little bit better out there. And I hope you guys are getting a chance to work on your vans, get some van projects going. At least think about springtime might happen at some point, and that kind of good stuff. So, good to have you. Hope you guys can be with us when you come into the channel, come into the chat. Say hi, and we will say hi back. Okay, so good to have you guys with us today. So I put up a little challenge last week. I asked for pictures from the front of a van for the different year model vans. I need one from like an air-cooled van, and then a round headlight, like water-cooled van, either a diesel or like a 1.9 type van. I need square headlight ones and that kind of stuff. So, and I said I was going to give away prizes for this. We were going to pick like the best one and give away prizes and stuff. And I guess people just don't like prizes. Maybe, I don't know. Chris Snyder was the only person that responded to this. He sent me a really nice picture of his van. Chris has a later model van that he just had totally repainted a couple years ago, so it looks awesome. Then another young man, Costas, took that picture and modified it and made it into, kind of stylized it and stuff. It looks really nice now. So I have one picture so far that two people helped out on, but I don't have any other pictures. So if you have a picture of your air-cooled Vanagon or your round headlight Vanagon that's water-cooled, please share them with us so we can use them on our website. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up. Now, we have been working on a brand new website. Our website that we have now is a WordPress site. It's been doing great, and we haven't really been having that much problems with it. The only problem with WordPress sites is that they actually are blog sites. And then people took the blog site and kind of like modded it, and they added this, and they added this, and they added this. And all these different programs that they've added on, plugins or whatever you want to call them, sometimes they work together good, and sometimes they don't work together so good. So it's a good starting point. If you have a business you're trying to get off the ground, or if you're just selling a couple products, like you're selling some t-shirts, some coffee mugs, and stuff like that, WordPress site would be great. Okay. The problem you run into is when you have a site like mine that has thousands of parts on it, plus you have a blog, plus you have chat capability, you have all kinds of different things on there. Then you get it all set up, it's all playing together nice, and WordPress says, guess what? Update number 5 bagillion. And everything crashes when it updates, and you have to like hire people to come in and just keep tweaking all these moving parts to try to make them fit together when sometimes they don't really fit together that good. So we're going to the next level with the website. We started out with a WordPress site. Actually, we started out with a Storefront 2000 site in 1998. And we had that until about 4 years ago. So we had the same website from 1998 all the way until probably like 15 or something like that. Wow. And that was real cranky and old. So the WordPress site, we've been using that for about 3 years now, I guess. And it's been doing great. But we're ready to move on to the next level, which is a thing called Laravel. You guys probably have never heard of it. I had never heard of Laravel either. But it's a whole nother platform. It's more professional. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys the site. It's kind of like the alpha. Okay. It's not even the beta, it's the alpha.
While you're switching to that,
yep.
Costas is here. He says hi. Steve DeRuiter is here. Peter Benici is also here.
Hey, Peter.
Everybody says hi.
Okay.
And Costas says, next week I'm going to the scrapyard for the grill.
Yeah, Costa's been talking to me this week about he needs a round headlight grill for his Vanagon. If you're in Greece and you have a nice round headlight grill that you want to sell, call Costas. Sorry.
And he says...
Commercial now over.
Well, Steve Ritter says, I'll try to get a photo this week. It's no longer covered in snow.
Yeah, yep. I guess that could have been a problem this week.
Yeah. And then Costa says, I'm going to have for the 1.9, but in 1 to 1.5 weeks, I wasn't able to ask my teacher for the 3D printer next week and say the reason on Messenger if you want.
Okay, yeah, we've been working on some mini projects. All right, so some of you guys, I would think that all you guys have been to my website. All right, here's what the website looks like right now. And I like it. It's very minimalistic. It works. It scales great to cell phones and tablets and all that good stuff. And it's decent. And you got like these little, product things you can put here and stuff. I mean, it's a decent site. I like it. It's been working good. So this is the one we have now. This is the new one. Okay, so the new one, again, now you're saying, what does this mean? This is all just placeholder stuff. Okay. But here's what I like. So here's where I want to put these pictures we've been talking about. Okay, right now I got this little cartoon of this bus. Also, when you scroll over it, you'll see there's another picture over to the right. Maybe we'll put your van over there as well. But you can see, you scroll over this, it brings up the kind of van it is, and then you can see all these different categories here that you can select. It kind of lets you drill down. If you don't want to do this, at the top, there's a search thing where you can just type in either what you want or the part number, and you hit go and go straight to it. So as you scroll over, you can see when I scroll over the air-cooled one, it has a picture of that. It has stuff here. When I scroll over this one, it has this stuff, this one. So you see how it changes when you just mouse over the different kinds of vans. And I really like that feature. I know a couple other sites had this already, and I really liked it, so I adopted it for myself. So that's part of it. Like I said, I could click on these. Nothing would happen because it's all still development situations. Down here, they also have another search where you can search by part number or category and type of van. Then there's a featured section, which has a picture of an Amarok because I don't know why. They just grab pictures off the internet. And then there's this van category part, which you can see, again, these are pictures that they got off the internet by searching for a 86 to 92 Vanagon. They got this picture of a Ford van, and they got another, this is 82 to 82 diesel. We got a picture of a Dodge high top. And then over here, they've got 83, 85 Vanagon. Of course, it's a Dasher station wagon or something. I don't know. So, this is all what the web developer guys got when they were looking around. So just take a look at the site. I really appreciate you guys' input as well. So if you kind of like it, I mean, like I said, don't tell me, I don't like lorem ipsum. I don't like that. Because that's not going to stay here. It's going to say Vanagon and X miles per gallon or something like that. These pictures too that are being all cool and animating and stuff, they're also going to change because this is just random pictures these guys got off of the internets. So we're going to, we're going to have these 3 cool pictures. I mean, maybe your van, if you have a really sweet picture of your van, you could be featured that way. Or if you just want to take a nice generic front picture, that's what I really need for these little things at the top. Okay. So let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback on the new website. That would be great. I definitely appreciate it a lot. If you guys could do that. I know some of you guys might actually be internet guru people and stuff and things. So, or you have your own business and you've been down similar roads or stuff, that I definitely welcome input. So, all right, so that's one thing.
Steve DeRuiter says the old site, it doesn't work correctly when it tells you to switch to your country. It doesn't search properly.
Okay.
Country, money symbol.
Okay, so the old site, it has a thing on it called Web Interpret that allows it to, if you're in a different country, it allows it to switch to your currency automatically and your language. And I kind of like that because it's a lot of people buy from us from Europe and even Greece. And I actually just sent a order to the Czech Republic a couple days ago. And I'm sure all these orders are coming through. Well, I know they're coming through WebInterpret because when they come through, they say WebInterpret on it. The downside is if you're looking at the site from Canada or you're looking at it through maybe some kind of a VPN where you have selected a different country because of privacy reasons or something, it's going to automatically go to that WebInterpret. Is that what's happening, Steve? Because I know you're in California, so I'm not sure why it's, or maybe you're in Canada. I can't remember. So maybe that's why it's showing up that way. But, so that's what's going on. So it's like kind of a trade-off. I understand. I'm hoping that with the new site, it will work better. Again, like I said, these different programs are trying to mesh together, and sometimes they really don't mesh together that good. So the new site is basically custom built from the ground up. And when they custom build it, I told them I need this and this and this and this to work. So they're supposed to make sure it all works together good. So it should work better. I should have just said it short like that.
He says he is in Canada.
He's in Canada. Okay, so that's what it is, WebInterpret. And I get complaints sometimes from people. They're like, this thing's not working right and stuff. And I understand. It is not the greatest. It works way better in the U.S., just to be honest, because we're not seeing it through the WebInterpret layer like you guys are. But as far as letting people to be able to see the site in their language and in their own money, I mean, it helps out a lot. I mean, before this, Canadian people would want to buy something. They're looking at the site and they're asking me, is this in U.S. dollars or is it in Canadian dollars? And I understand why they're asking that because I don't know if it still is, for a while, it was a pretty big difference between U.S. dollars and Canadian dollars. And if it was in Canadian dollars, it would be a great deal for them. If it's in U.S. dollars, then it's not such a great deal for them. So anyway, and Costas complains about the site too all the time from Greece. He's like, it's messing up and it doesn't work right. And stuff.
Steve says, once I switch to the WebInterpret, it doesn't let me search your site. Always nothing found.
Weird. Okay, well, hopefully that'll get fixed. I mean, if it's going to be a big problem, maybe we'll dump it. But I get orders from that WebInterpret probably 5 or 6 times a week, and that's a lot for me for international orders. Now, Canadian orders, yeah, I still probably get at least 3 or 4 of them a week. I mean, maybe I would get more if that wasn't working. I don't know. But we'll try to figure something out. I'm taking your input, Steve. I'll talk to the web developer guys about it and see if we can do it a little bit better.
Costas wants to know, are you in a hurry with the site?
Am I in a hurry? Yes. Get it done yesterday. It needs to be done yesterday. I'm in a big rush. My original site, like I said, was from 1998. So you saw how super rushed I was on that. I mean, I wanted them to get it done before 2015, and they just barely got it ready. So, only like 17 years later. I mean, oh my gosh. And it was so crazy. I shouldn't say anything, but I never had any security problems with that site or anything with that old, super old and cranky. And the hysterical part was it got to a certain point, like mid-2000s or maybe like 2010, and I actually contacted the guy that built the site. I'm like, can you fix some problems I'm having? He's like, I don't even remember how to program this anymore. And I'm like, well, what do you think about the security level? He's like, the security is great because no one knows about this site anymore. Like, it's so old that people don't even know the exploits of it. So just leave it be. And nobody ever hacked it. It was crazy. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Okay. Do you guys have any questions today? So I showed you a little glimpse of the alpha site. I'm not quite sure when it's going to be ready. The guys are working on it. I keep getting bills. Ting, 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 ting. They keep taking the hammer and ting, 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 going like this on the phone while I'm talking to them. And we're so busy. We're busy right now. Ting, 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 ting. They're building it. So, you know, eventually they'll get done. I make that joke when me and my wife go to Belize. Down there, stuff goes slow. Okay, so it's almost like a glacier pace. Okay, glacial. There you go. And it was funny. Like we would go down there and go to this one resort, and when you first come to the resort, there are these huge buildings that are not completed. Okay, so we came in there at night, and it's dark, and we're like all stressed out because of the roads and different things. And driving through the Hummingbird Highway at like super late at night, and it was scary. So we finally get to this resort area. We come around this corner, and here's these big, humongous buildings that are just like a skeleton of a building. I'm like, man, that looks scary, like a ghost town. Well, that was the resort we were staying at. They had started these buildings and never completed them, and moved on, was doing other things, and so we would go to this thing, and there's this one big high rise they kept trying to get people to buy into, like a marina. And we would be down there on the dock or down the beach just relaxing, and you hear sound like one guy way up in the top of this thing going, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, yeah, there's probably like one dude up there. He's got a hammer in this hand. He's got like a little rock or something in this hand. He's going, bing, bing. Probably just hired to like make noise all day. Like, just make it seem like stuff's happening here. Because, you know, no, we can't really do anything right now. We don't have any money or anything, so just make noises. It's still not done.
Oh my God.
All right. We've been going there for like 7 years. It still is not done yet. All right. Anybody else have a question about their van?
Costas was just happy that I was wearing the prototype
Vanagon prototype hoodie.
He's super likes
Oh, we did bring some stuff to show here.
Oh, yeah. Costas also
Don't forget about that.
The friend in the USA sent the order. Should arrive in a few days. I need to move it because it's near a wall so I can take a good pic.
Yep, Costas bought some parts from us. So, and I want to say thanks to everybody. You guys have been buying parts. I know people on the videos have been buying parts because the stuff that I've been mentioning on the videos pretty much got sold out this week. We sold all of our 1.9 distributors like in the last couple of days. People just bought them like crazy.
Okay, you guys
So
ready?
thanks for that. All right, let's see what you brought. Let's see your
I'm
treats.
trying to figure out which one looks the best.
Just pick one. They all look fine.
Okay.
She's so picky about everything.
Well, I'm a perfectionist, okay?
Yep.
So, these
Ooh, look at that.
Volkswagen Boss cookies made with a cookie cutter that we got off of what?
Amazon?
Amazon? That the person 3D printed it. So they 3D printed the cookie cutter, and then there was also a stamp that goes inside the frame of the cookie cutter that makes like an imprint, and that's how I was able to do the lines and stuff. I followed the imprint with the icing and made it look like that. Yeah,
I mean, we showed the cookies before, but we didn't show them like this, like they're kind of somewhat completed. So we just wanted to kind of show you a little bit better of what they were like. The bad part is I got up the other morning, my wife was being weird. She was making breakfast and she was acting all weird. And I'm like, what is going on? She had put the 3D printed cookie cutters into the dishwasher. And when she went to open the dishwasher and get the stuff out, the 3D printed frame thing was like, bleh. And it just melted into like a little blob. And the other flat part that has the bus thing on it, that was all like all, yeah. So what she was trying to do was put them in a bowl of hot water and reform it, which I guess she says she did it and fixed it and everything. I mean, it only cost me like $5 anyway. I'm not really, and she was being so weird about it, like I was gonna like come in there and start screaming and hollering and everything. I mean, she's been married to me for 23 years. Like, I don't never remember doing that like one time, but you know, whatever. All right, so do you want to eat one of these while we're on live and direct?
You can pick which one you want.
Okay. So I'm going to eat one, and you guys can watch. Okay? And I'll send happy thoughts through the screen to you.
I'm going to eat the blue one.
And you can just, this is like those videos where you get satisfaction from watching somebody else do hard work or something.
Steve Reuter says, what you think of the Trojan gel DeepCycle batteries? I'm eyeing a Trojan 8D gel 225 AH for under the backbench.
Dang, that's a big battery. So like I said, the DeepCycle batteries are good. The big problem with them is they don't allow you to discharge them below a certain amount. So I think the normal DeepCycle batteries is 50%. Some of the gel ones might say 75%. You could use 75%. But so you say it's a 220. If you can only take it to 50% without damaging it, you're actually only getting 110 out of it. And they're very expensive. I have no clue how much that battery is, but it's probably what, $400, $500.
Sorry, Costas.
Costas wants us to stick it through the camera lens. All right,
like,
grab it.
This is torture. Don't eat it without giving one to me. This is evil. Sorry.
I mean, we are working on our lithium battery project, which I think is way better. I have a 50 amp hour lithium battery coming here. It'll probably be here next Tuesday. We also have a special device, which will remain nameless right now, that will allow us to charge said battery properly from a vehicle. So the cool part about the one you're talking about, the regular battery, okay, the DeepCycle AGM or gel or whatever, you can charge your main battery and that off the alternator, and it's fine. Okay, they're actually made to be charged off alternator, perfectly fine and dandy. With a lithium battery, it has to be charged a different way. Okay, the way it's charged, the rate of charge, how it's charged, all that stuff is actually different for the lithium. And if you don't charge it that specific way, you're not going to get it fully recharged. You're not going to get the lifespan. Okay, so again, your gel battery, let's pretend that's going to have 800 cycles. Okay, the lithium battery, if you charge them properly, they can have like thousands of cycles. Okay, at least a couple thousand. So it's a better value for me. You can have a smaller battery and it has the exact same amount of amp hours you use. Also, it's going to last most likely 4 times as long sometimes. And you know, you're going to get all of the use. So as you're using the gel battery, it's going to start at 12.5 volts and go down to about probably 10.5, and then you have to stop because your equipment or whatever you're using is going to drop out at 10.5 volts. With the lithium battery, it's going to be 12.5 volts all the way until 95%, and then it's going to just, the battery cutoff thing built into it, the battery management thing is going to shut it off automatically to just keep it from being damaged. So, so if it was me, I would wait just a little bit. We're going to Florida next week. So we're probably not going to do a live stream next week. Maybe I will do one from Florida just for a couple minutes to say hi.
We could do an adventure vlog.
Maybe.
Tropical adventure vlog.
But we are going to go visit a lithium battery place down there called Green Life and talk to them about getting lithium batteries custom made for the Vanagon. So that is on the horizon for us. Hopefully by springtime we'll have a custom lithium battery available. I will definitely have a 50 amp hour one available that you can put in the battery box and use that. For a lot of people, that would be perfectly fine. The other thing we're working on is a custom-made battery that's around 120 amp hours that will fit in the battery box, which that would put out just as much amp hours as that 221 that you are interested in. Actually would do more probably.
Costas is dying because we're eating cookies in front of him.
Okay. So I hope you got a lot of satisfaction out of that. Now I'm going to take this 5,000 degree knife and put it through my hat.
5,000 degree knife. Okay.
Yep. So, I mean, we're definitely working on this idea of having our own custom. And the other cool part is this device that will remain nameless. I can't say what it is. This device, TM, okay, also has a thing for a solar panel built into it. So you're getting a battery charger and a solar controller thing built in together. So if you want to add a solar panel to your van, you can do that. And all you have to do is get a panel, hook it up to this device. It'll charge your lithium battery, and it'll also charge it from a solar panel too. It'll charge it from the car and the solar panel. Bing! Win-win. I had this hashtag device on the way here as well. That's going to get here probably Monday. I probably use hashtag, right? It's going to get here Monday. I use air quotes.
Hashtag.
Okay, there you go. That's like gang signs. So that'll be here Monday. I mean, all this stuff's going to get here. I'm not going to be here. So Leo gets to look at it. I don't know. She'll probably be like, I ain't looking at that.
Or maybe I'll get it, open it up, and send you some pictures.
Yeah, make sure it's not broken. So all that stuff's in the works. We got our... All right, we ate our cookies.
We can't eat anymore because...
Can't eat anymore. Now, I did get some new stuff sitting here.
Where is it?
Let me get this random blade. Here, back up your truck a little bit.
Oh, it's right there.
I wound up getting a set of 1.9 pistons and cylinders. And if anybody needs a set, I would probably give you a deal on them.
Oh.
They are the AA ones. Okay. All right. Like this. Okay. They're the AA ones, but they're for a 1.9 Vanagon. I got them because we were going to be rebuilding a 1.9 engine for a friend of mine, just as kind of sort of a favor for him. I usually don't do that for people. And I started dealing with the motor. Yeah, look, it looks beautiful. See that? It's really beautiful and lovely. I started getting the motor ready, and I ran into some lower end problems. This was a rebuilt engine that somebody brought here, and they said it's making a funny noise. So I heard this funny noise, and I'm like, that's weird. And I thought it was probably a bad valve because it had no compression in one cylinder. So I took the heads off, had them sent, but I saw some stuff in there. Looked like a piece had been banging around inside the cylinder a little bit and made little marks on the heads and everything. I'm like, this is weird. What is this? So finally I decided, you know what? I'm going to pull the cylinders and put new cylinders in because you could see, I was going to pull them and at least put new rings. Then I could see lines in the cylinders. I'm like, I don't like that. So then I pulled the cylinders and the pistons and everything. And when I pulled, I had to pull one of the rods because it wouldn't come out. And one of the rod bearings had spun. So that was basically killed that project. Okay. So anyway, so if anybody needs a set of 1.9 piston cylinders, I got this nice set here. The thing about AA pistons and cylinders is that the pin location, wrist pin location. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but on some of the cylinder sets out there, they move the wrist pin location to the wrong location. It lowers the compression of the motor, and that lowers your power. So if you have a 1.9, you don't get your full power. If you have a 2.1, you don't get your full power either. And, you know, they don't have a whole lot of power to spare. So with these cylinders, they actually have the correct wrist pin location, and they're nice quality cylinders. So it's up to you guys. If you want a set, I will sell it to you. Let me see how much I paid for them. Because right now, it would be nicer just to pass them on to the next person. I could do them for, I think I sell them normally on the site for like $3 something. I could do a set for $250. I think that's a pretty good deal. And shipping would be extra on that. So if you want a set of 1.9 pistons and cylinders and rings, $250. Okay. So just email me, sales, S-A-L-E-S, at Vanagon.com, and we'll hook you up. Because I have them on the site. You could order them through the site and then just mention this video, and I'll adjust the price for you. But I will only do that for one person. So, you know, just ask and make sure ahead of time.
Peter Benici says, I've got one of the power controllers with mains power switch over the work well.
Okay, power controller. Okay. See, I can't tell you, Peter, what this machine is. Me and this other guy, Mike, who probably is on here watching, we've been working on this for like a couple months. And if I tell you what the name brand of this particular power thing I'm talking about, Mike is going to go through the roof, and it's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do. So we're going to wait. We're putting together a kit that we can sell to people, and then once we put that all together and get that, you know, sold a few times, then people will know what it is, and they can try to buy it and get around us if they want to. But just to tell you the truth, the controller unit that we're fixing to sell with this, the price is locked. So I'm getting it at a discount, but if you try to buy it from me or anyone else, it's locked at this one particular price. They won't. If they find out you sell it cheaper, you can't get no more. You can't buy anymore. So they have 3 agreements you have to agree to before you can sell for them. So yes, you could go around us and get stuff for yourself. It wouldn't be any cheaper, and then you'd be not supporting us. So I'm sure you don't want to be like that. Okay.
Costa says, what happened with the cylinder head video?
So the cylinder head video, I was thinking about doing that when doing this engine, but because the engine turned into a fest, I stopped. Oh, I also have to do a PSA right now. Are you ready for the PSA?
Oh boy.
I do not curse ever for any reason. And I never have. And last week I said about cursing things, and I didn't want to give you the wrong impression that I curse all the time, and I do not. Right? Do I or not? See, she tells the truth. So if you got confused last week, like, man, Ken's bleepity bleep cursing all the bleepity bleep time. No, I don't. Okay. I used to be an aircraft mechanic in school. Those people curse. That's the worst cursing people I've ever been around in my life.
Even worse than sailors?
Yes. Terrible. I worked on a dock, on a loading dock, and people curse a little bit. But aircraft mechanics, it's a curse fest. I mean, here's what happened one time. They cursed so much and so loud that we were in a VOTEC, and kids were walking back and forth for high school. And they got in trouble because the teacher was cursed. Everybody cursed. I mean, it was bad. And not me, but all the other people. And so finally the teacher got in front of the class. He's like, listen, guys, we're getting in trouble. You need to stop your bleep, bleep cursing. Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, that'll help.
Yep, that's exactly what he said. I'm not, except for the bleep part. You have to add in your own customized words. That's right for that. So anyway, all right, so that's my curse word PSA for the week, that I do not curse, and I don't recommend it. Sometimes you want to. That's what I was trying to say last week. I'm not saying that, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna get off that topic now. Mm-hmm. All right, we do also have some cool stuff. I haven't even had a chance to put this in the store yet. These little deals here for the air-cooled Vanagon and air-cooled bus. We have them. Every time I go to put them in our store, we get delayed and I can't do it. I don't know why. I also have a bunch of new air intake boots for the 2.1 Vanagon, and also for the 1.9, and also for air-cooled Vanagon, and also for air-cooled bus things. So if you need an air intake boot, or you might need one in the near future, we got you covered on that stuff. Okay, so because those things are getting old, shriveling up, cracking up, all that bad stuff. Okay. Anything else going on, guys? I don't want to, hold you up and draw this out forever. So, Lord willing, this week we're going to be in Florida on a fact-finding mission for the batteries, and also a minication. I always say I would rather have a minication than require medication. Okay, that is trademark, so you cannot use that. All right. All right, so I always say that, and it's true. You mean, why not, right? I mean, America right now, we do not take vacations. I love the idea. Some German customers came here. They're like, in Germany, we are required by law to take vacations.
Lucky.
And if your boss calls you on vacation, he will get fined. I'm like, really? He's like, oh, yes, your boss cannot call you for any reason while you're on vacation. They will get fined. And, we need laws like that. Because, socialism is bad, but that is awesome. I love it. Because we don't get a lot of vacations. And when the economy went down and stuff, people like working hard. I have a friend right now. He is like 62 years old. He is working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, super overtimes and things. Why? Okay. And he's making good money, but I'm worried about his health level. So if you need to take a minication, definitely take it. And that's what your van's for, right? All right. So trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about this week.
Chris Snyder says, hello, Ken. Have fun on your trip.
Oh, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. And like I said, I appreciate Chris giving us that cool picture last week. Costas did a lot of work on it, and I will share that with you guys in the future. But if anybody else wants to share some stuff with us, we actually I sent Chris his calendar. I hope he got it already. It was last week, so he should have got it by now. I actually have some more of those calendars. I actually got 4 more. And so if anybody, maybe we'll give them away or something at some point. I don't want to keep them too long because, it's already like almost into January or mid-January. But they're really cool calendars. They have, pictures of buses and things on them. And I got 4 more. Okay, so Chris, I can't send him another calendar for helping me out. I'll figure something out for him. But if you guys want a calendar or something and you can contribute something, like you could join our Patreon. Bing. Okay. And you go to patreon.com and type in Vanagon. You'll see that. You can support us there. And if you do that, I might give you a calendar. Okay. If you help us out with the picture thing, yeah, I might give you a calendar. I'm a very generous person. Okay. If you don't want a calendar, I can give you some hand cleaner, right? I gave that out a few weeks ago. Some guys got that. And we still have some more hand cleaner. It's a Phoebe German hand cleaner. Has freshly bottled German spring water inside mixed with German mud and stomped by German boots. And it cleans your fingernails. No, it doesn't do that. But it's from Germany. It said hand wash paste on it. So what's wrong now?
Nothing. I'm just like...
She's making these
faces. I am modding the chat like a boss.
Modding!
That's all I'm going to say.
All right. There's a turkey face on there. I see how it works. Well, anyway, we don't care about those people. Because we know where they go one day. All right, so... but we're not going to talk about that. So I guess that's all we got this week, guys. Okay, I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you're thinking about your van. Thinking about cool stuff you want to do with it. Thank you guys so much for supporting us with your parts purchases. Thank you so much for supporting us by being here every week. And if you have anything you want to talk about, okay, if you want to ask questions about your van, if you want to talk about some kind of mod or something like that, just put it in the comments. We'll talk about it next week or, like I said, possibly the week after when I get back from my trip. I'm going to try to maybe do some video at the Green Life place, just seeing what it's like. And, all this lithium battery stuff is brand new. The charger unit that we're buying just came up for sale like in the last month. So believe me, no one else is selling it now but us and one other place, and that's it. So all the stuff's brand new, but it's finally reaching the level of, you can get it, you can put it in, you can use it, and that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to try to get in on the early adoption thing, get that going for you guys, and help you be able to use your vans this spring and have a great time with them. So I guess that's it for today. Hope you guys get more miles per gallon with your van. Sorry it wasn't as super exciting one. For all you folks out there in Saturday morning cartoon land, hope you guys have a great week as well, and get more miles per gallon with your Vanagon. All right, guys, have a great week, and I hope maybe I'll say hi to you from Florida next week. Talk to you later. Bye.